for part B of our exercise in investigation for problem 3.3, they're asking us to write an equation for each store that will work for any number of CDs. So in the last section, we had to calculate the unit price. So one of the things that we need to do is we need to go back to how do we write equations. So we're going to go back to how do we write equations and going over the steps to write an equation. So step number 1 is to identify the variables. All right, so for our problem, okay, we have CDs, we have a number of CDs, and we have a price. So the two variables that we have to worry about is number of CDs and price. Step 2. Identify independent and dependent variables. All right, so which one depends on the other? Does the number of CDs determine the price, or does the price determine the number of CDs? So which way do you think it should go? If you think about it, does the number of CDs determine my price? Or is my price determined by the number of CDs that I purchase? So the way that this should go is price is dependent on number of CDs that I want. All right, and so now that we have that, I'm going to actually erase this so I can have some more room. We always solve for the dependent variable. So we know that we are solving for price. So price equals. And we know it has to include my independent variable. So price equals something to do with the number of CDs. So the question is, how do I get the price? If I want 2 CDs from Music City, how do I figure out the price? If we go back to what we did earlier, we said that each CD is $9.95. So if I want 2 CDs, what am I going to do? I'm going to do $9.95 plus $9.95, or $9.95 times 2. If I want 3 CDs, I'm going to do $9.95 times 3. So you can kind of see that there's a pattern going on, where my price is going to be $9.95 times however many CDs that I want. So now what I want you to do is to take a minute, and this is all for Music City. So what would the equation be for CD World? Okay, good job. So now we have our 2 equations for any number of CDs at either one of the stores.